Well, today is a day that I have been waiting for a long time. It's one of my favorite days of the year. It is strawberry picking day. Hi, I'm Candace from Gagne Farms, and we are on our last jar of strawberry jam. So it is time to get the strawberries around, make that jam, and can it up for the year. Here on the farm, we do grow some strawberries. We're kind of expanding our strawberry row right now, but it's not enough to make the jam that we need. So this is what I harvested out of our garden last night, and I will be adding this to what I get today. Because we don't have enough here on the farm for what we need for jam, we go to a local strawberry farm to pick strawberries. I am up bright and early this morning to try to get the jump on some of those strawberry pickers out there because I know there will be lots of them. So let's go off farm today. Okay guys, so this is the strawberry patch I was at. That's just a small portion of it. It goes way back, and there were so many people here. I was worried about people being mad about me videoing. I didn't see anyone else videoing, so I didn't want to make anybody mad. So I just got a couple shots quick while I was picking. But this is just a small part of this patch, and I just did a small portion of what you're looking at right now. And I was able to get a pretty large bucket full of strawberries. So we're gonna take these home and get them washed up and make them into some yummy strawberry jam. I'm back from the strawberry patch, and the first thing I want to do is make sure that I have my jars ready. Make sure that I have enough of them. The recipe that I'm using is supposed to make 8-ounce jars, and I'm hoping to double it. So I want to make sure I have at least 16 of these. So I went down to the basement and gathered up what I could find. Some of them have their old rings and lids. If there's a lid on it, I know it's an old lid, and I'm just going to toss it. So I'm going to take those out, take the lids off, and make sure I have at least 16 of them, hopefully a couple extra just in case, and then get them in the dishwasher. I ended up having 20 jars, so that should be plenty. It gives me the 16 that I need, and then 4 extra just in case. You can always hope you have a little extra, right? But I want to have them ready just in case. So I'm going to make sure I've got enough lids and rings for all of those and get them washed up, and then that part's done. I saw this method of washing strawberries off using a salad spinner, which we use to wash our lettuce. So I'm going to try it out and see how it works. I'm going to take the colander part of my salad spinner. Today it's a strawberry spinner. And I'm going to put, not too many because I want them to get clean, but maybe a few handfuls of strawberries in there. And I'm going to rinse them off. Now that I've got the strawberries washed off, I'm going to take that colander piece and I'm going to set it inside the bowl. Put the spinner lid on. And I'm going to give it some good pumps and let that water spin out of those strawberries. Try not to go too crazy here. Let it slow down to a stop here. And we have our strawberries rinsed and dried. Dump those in our bucket. And we have the leftover water we'll just dump out in the sink. That worked out well. I'm going to get the rest of these strawberries washed up. Another great thing to do while you're doing this process is to have a throwback dance party. Now to tackle my least favorite part of the whole process. It's not hard, it's just a little bit tedious. So we need to take all of the tops off the strawberries. So I'm going to be doing that and then putting them in here into my other bucket. And I need to get another bowl out because I'm going to put these in a compost bowl. So I am getting there. Like I said, this is the most tedious part of the process. I'm getting some strawberries cut up and ready to mash. I actually had a lot more a minute ago, but I also have a teenager that wants to come out here and eat them all. You know, no, I don't want to go help you pick them, but I want to eat them all. You guys have any of those? You understand what I'm talking about? Give me a like, give me a comment if you know what I mean. So I'm going to take these strawberries that I have ready. I'm going to put them into my pie pan, and I'm going to use my potato masher, and I'm going to mash them up and measure them as I'm doing that. So that right there is about 1.5 cups. So that means we have, what, 14.5 more cups to go? I am so excited. This is a first for me. I have exactly the right amount of strawberries for what I want to make. It's amazing. I added the ones from our garden, and it was like perfectly measured. That never happens for me. I usually way overestimate things. So that's exciting. Win for me. Both these batches are going to go in the refrigerator for a little while I get other ingredients ready before we start heating things up. So as I'm getting ready to measure out the rest of my ingredients for the jam, I realized that I measured crushed strawberries and not whole strawberries. So in actuality, that means that instead of doubling my recipe, I tripled my recipe, which, okay, great, because that doesn't matter to me. The more the merrier, right? So that's a good thing. But I have about 15 cups of crushed strawberries, which is 5 cups of crushed strawberries equals about 8 cups of whole strawberries. So like I said, I tripled my recipe. So I have about 15 cups of crushed strawberries. I'm going to need 3 of the pectin packs. They are 1.75 ounce. I am going to need 12 tablespoons of lemon juice and 21 cups of sugar. So let's get measuring this out. I'm going to start measuring my sugar into this bowl so that it's all ready to go and I don't have to worry about it when things are already rolling on the stove. So with 21 cups to measure out, you definitely want to do that ahead of time. All right, we are going to take our triple batch of strawberries and put them into our pan. We've got a total of 15 cups. Then we're going to add our 12 tablespoons of lemon juice. All right, our strawberries are in the pan, our lemon juice is in the pan. We've got our burner on high. We're going to bring this up to a boil, at which point we will put the sugar in, and then we will bring it back up to a full boil, and I'll show you what happens then. Before this gets fully boiling, we are going to add our pectin into the pot. We're going to add 3 of these boxes. They're each 1.75 ounces apiece. Now that the pectin's in, I'm going to whisk it until it is completely incorporated. That looks pretty good. Now we just wait for a boil. All right, we're at a boil, so we're going to add all of our sugar at once, and then we are going to bring it back up to a full rolling boil where you can't stir it down. And you time it for 1 minute and stir it constantly for 1 minute, and then it's done and we jar it after that. Okay, so it's fully boiling, full roll. I cannot stir it down, so we're going to set it for 1 minute, and I'm going to stir the whole time. So now we have to use our slotted spoon and get the froth off the top. You can add butter or margarine to this, and it's supposed to help that. I just never tried it. So we're gonna use our funnel, our dipper, and we're gonna just put it into our jars. You wanna leave a 1/4 inch of headspace. After we get our jam in our jars, we need to use a little bit of vinegar on a paper towel and wipe the rims so they're not sticky and so that they'll seal right. Then you go ahead and put your lid on, finger tight, and you're good to go. And you just repeat this process 24 times. We're gonna get this process finished up, and then we're gonna get them in the canner, and I'll show you that process in a minute.
Candace has got me back at the water bath canner to do up some delicious strawberry jam. All right, so got our canner hot, pretty easy. Put them in there, let them process 10 minutes, okay? You wanna make sure you get about 1 inch of water over top of all your jars. Candace made a lot of jam. So I'm hoping to do this in 2 batches. Not sure if it's all gonna fit. I'm just gonna load this thing up. There's a basket in the bottom of it. So we're gonna load this guy up. Get as many processes as we can. If we have to do 3 batches, it's okay, we'll do 3 batches, but no more than 10 minutes per batch. All right, let's get going. We're gonna try to get as many in here as we can. These are just 8-ounce jars, so you can get quite a few in there. Typically a batch is 8-ounce jars. So we're obviously doing more than that, but this is going to be our jam for the year. I know it seems like a lot, but I think we just grabbed our last jar from our pantry the other day from last year's batch. So we actually do go through all this. I know it's crazy, it seems like a lot, but
We give some away too.
We do give some away to family and friends too. Yes, I'm not going to lie there. So want to make sure we got a roll on boil. I'm going to put our lid back on here real quick. Make sure we got that boil. Once it's boiling really good, we're going to let this go for 10 minutes and then we'll pull them out and do our next batch. All right, it's been 10 minutes. We're going to pull the lid on this. We're going to pull these out. I'm just going to set them on this towel right now. And then we're going to get our next batch going. I am going to have 3 batches. I don't think I can fit all these in 2 batches, which is completely fine. But I'm going to have these guys just sit here for a minute until I get all of them done, and then we're going to take them inside. So we're going to get these pulled out, set up, and get the next batch going. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of the nice thing with this water bath can like this is we can do multiple batches. We don't lose our heat. We don't lose our boil out of our water like this. Well, it's not like pressure canning where we have to empty everything out, start over from scratch each and every time. So the biggest thing is you guys don't want to touch anything. You don't want to move these around. Once you get them set down like this, try to leave them alone as best you can. Do not press on the tops. See, you can hear them popping right now, just out in the open air. If they're popping like that, it means you did a good job. And then, just as fast as they came out, I'm going to put the next batch in. Alright, that lid back on and get this guy boiling, another 10 minutes. We'll be rocking and rolling.
That's how we can strawberry jam here on Gagne Farms. If you would like to check out any of our other canning videos, check out the links over here. And we will catch you on the next one.
Shady's back. Back again. Shady's back. Tell us when.
That's our next short right there.